fucking new.
Mm-hmm.
I've never said before. Finally fucking clicked for me after all these years.
Mm.
So I've been talking to this fucking girl on Discord who's been having problems and shit. She's trying to figure, just
Mm-hmm.
like, she's kind of an occultist. She does like fucking planetary invocations, works with Tiamat and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been asking all these other guys, you know, like the same old fucking characters that were on there when you were on there, like fucking Sage and them,
Mm-hmm.
Groovy Psycho and shit.
Mm-hmm.
She asks them questions and stuff, and they just like fucking blow her off or don't just give her these canned ass fucking responses that don't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started talking to her, explaining shit and stuff. Yeah. Like the stuff I've been fucking talking about how the occult in general is basically a fucking trap anymore, which is a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah.
Um, what I'm saying is a lot of it stems entirely from the ways people are taught to think about shit.
Yeah.
Like it's not so much like, oh, this isn't true, but this is true and shit like that. It's like say you're talking to a foreigner who speaks a different language. They don't speak English, right? You
Yeah.
have an interpreter.
Yeah.
And everything you're saying to them is going through this fucking middleman, and everything you're saying back is going to them as well.
Mm-hmm. Translator.
So you're getting this filtered, fucked up version of what the other person's actually trying to say.
Yeah.
And what you have with the way that we're taught to think about the world and view reality and shit, it's like an interpretive fucking service between the mind and out there, and everything that's coming in.
Yeah.
And if that filter's fucked up or calibrated incorrectly, or it has wrong definitions for words, it thinks a word means something and the speaker intends something else with it. Like you're going to get a jarbled, fucked up result on the other end that doesn't reflect the source, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's like the fundamental disease plaguing people at this point is that the entire structured way in which we're taught to think about everything is fucked up and doesn't reflect reality.
Yeah. The salvationist religion. It taught that you need saving, that you need to escape something, or, you're a sinner. It's like the same thing. They can't get you at the right-hand path with Christianity. They can get you with dark Gnosticism or the left-hand path. Escape from reality, escape from the universe.
Yeah, they really are fucking two in the same, because when you're fallen, man is fallen and needs to be redeemed to the glory of God, or God's a trick or trap is here, we need to escape. It's basically the same fucking thing, like different language, but...
It all comes from a hook nose.
Well, as much certainly seems to be the case, though.
I don't know how much I don't know how much liberty I am to speak about this, but I was in contact. Basically, these things are like fool's gold. True right hand path, true left hand path. It's fool's gold. And there's something. And there's something else called the cryptic path, and before the Skull and Jews, the Jew and Bones and Skull and Bones and all these other like Semitic co-opted White Lodge organizations, tried to like fucking steal all our like rituals and stuff. Like one of them was the death and burial rite, where you'd bury yourself alive and then you'd be lifted from the coffin the next morning. Or like some people would like hang themselves in the forest to get like a revelation, a taste of death. But basically the point of the cryptic path is knowing that we're all going to die.
This is fucking interesting.
So that we can live more abundantly right now.
Yeah. Where are you hearing about this from?
I'm not really at liberty to speak about it or mention. Alright, so let me you want to know one of the first like motivations that really got me like looking into all this, into like anti-cosmic Satanism and everything like that? I'll tell you a story. and about the Jewish thing called fate, or, well, what the Jews were taught us to think about fate. Back a couple of years ago, more like 6 years ago or so, I was still living in an apartment with my mama, going up in high school and everything like that. And my older half brother Jesse was, well, he was homeless. Well, he had a like a like a like a like a like a his him or his girlfriend had like a fucking turnout with their like landlord or something, or a turnout with their roommates. So somehow those two boneheads needed a place to stay. So of course they stayed at our fucking apartment. Jesse and his girlfriend stayed at our apartment for a good almost half of the school year. So from like fucking January to like almost June or something like that, or like November to June. And oh my god. And he would like smoke pot. He'd like do nothing but drink beer all day, and abuse Adderall so he can drink more. And then like he would get all like so like blackout, like drunk just about, or stoned, or drugged up, that like really malignant Jewish hook-nosed entities would possess him, and basically he would fuck with me. Well, they'd fuck with me through him, and they make me listen to his bullshit. They're like in 29-9 Jesus is gonna return in a flying saucer UFO and nuke the planet and all that. And don't laugh, because the only sin that can't be forgiven is the sin against the Holy Spirit. And then another night, like I didn't want to give her his computer, because like I was miserable. Like Christianity was ruining my life at the same time too, and I was trying to get out of it. I heard about Uncle Bearhart. I heard about exposing Christianity, and really starting to wake up to the program there. But I still had many materialistic and internet addictions, electronic addictions. To basically escape this hell of high school and life, and basically. And it was his turn. He wanted to use his electronic escape to post some stupid angel shit or whatever on Facebook, whatever like that. And so I'm like, "Sigh, don't give me a huh." So we basically had a fight. I shoved the fucking like a drawer or something that had the keyboard on it, caused the keyboard to slam up against the wall. And then he's like, "Mr. C, as Gabriel the Lucifer said, what the fuck is this? You could very well be an experiment for the angels for all we know." And then I just like fucking lost it. Dude, I fucking lost it. Like I started like throwing myself around, cursing, at shit and everything outside. Like I was just screaming, like, "How fucking dare you make me a cosmic lab rat," and everything like that. And then, like growing up like Catholic theology, like we know about like fate. We hear this stupid bullshit like God has a plan, God has a plan. The angels have a plan for you and all this retarded shit like that. And then I got this definition of fate. If like everything happens for a reason, and like everything's cosmically ordered, right? Then, like quantum mechanics and like CERN Hadron Collider, and like the fragility of space-time, how easily we can break our own universe just with like psychedelic drugs and like things like that. You see where I'm getting at right here? So basically, my definition of fate was, at the time, was, oh, if, so pretend I'm God. If, Mr. C, if I don't pop both of your lungs on fucking October 25th, 2016, and if I don't kill your dad within a year later on November 2nd, 2017, then the universe is going to completely fly apart. So that was my thinking for a time. Like, are you fucking shitting me? So like, oh, if someone doesn't have a stroke, if someone doesn't like fall down a flight of stairs and like die, the universe is gonna end or something just because that person lived. Like I used to create up shit like that. Like if I made a time machine and like I went back in time and I like saved this person or I stopped this person from having a heart attack or something, would it like
Yeah.
split and create like an alternate timeline and then like the whole like space time continuum would just like disintegrate? So I'm like, fuck it. If this universe is that fucking fragile and that fucking weak, it should be destroyed. And I became a militant nihilist for quite a while since that moment. I,
No, it's understandable. Fucking hell.
yeah.
I know you mentioned him before, but you didn't go into too much detail. That's fucking insane.
Mm.
Fucking,
Well, that's all it was for like the longest time. That was like an unconscious, like nihilistic impulse there. Yeah. So it was an asthma attack. I didn't know I had asthma at the time. Then I fucking got out on the day Trump was elected president. Then my Pete, my old man, dad, he has a stroke and like only lasts like 4 days in the hospital and dies on November the 2nd. That's a Catholic holiday, All Saints Day. So I got like fucking November 12th or November 11th, November 16th. He fucking gets out at like he fucking clocks out of this reality on November the 2nd. And then like I don't want to even dare like talk to like right hand path people because all these fuckers say, oh, it's the universe, it's like God. I mean, fuck the universe. Tell me like tell me about this the universe shit. I don't want to fucking hear that right now. I'll fucking put my fist right through your mouth or something. Like, but I tend to block this shit out now. I tend to like try to block it out now. I'm so pissed. But basically, we were the three of us, meaning like my mom, myself, and Pete, were like all fucking boneheads. We had plenty of clear warning signs that something may not be exactly all right with him. I mean, like fuck on like Fourth of July barbecue on the summer of 2017 there. Um, his fucking like feet were like purple. He had like fucking like Smurf feet. And like my mom's like, that's not doesn't look too good. That could be a problem. We get check. It's nothing. I'm just drinking too much every day because it's a holiday. I don't normally drink every day, but it's a holiday this time of year and like yeah, you better get that looked at and um then mom gets like a job interview or something out like in California. I start moving back in with him, and then we just like forget about it. He did have purple feet like that once more on his fucking birthday, and she was like, "Yeah, get that looked at. That could kill you." It's like, "Oh, it's fine. I just been drinking too much lately. It's fine." They're just like, and us two boneheads are just like drinking like probably like every other day or like 3, 4, 5 nights a week as
yeah.
usual. Listening to good old like country music and everything, but he did scare me a couple of times. Like I found like fucking like Corvus Asara, who is one of my ONA Niner friends on Facebook, posted VK Jahanam's phone number. I actually fucking called it there. The phone call itself wasn't very exciting. He's like, oh, you know that guy Nick Flamel? I never thought he was you there because of some other dumb thing like Corvus or someone else thought that I was Flamel, and he was basically like blasting me for a couple of things Nick Flamel said. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I texted him the following night there, he made a really good video on the Temple of Blood, like asking legitimate questions. It's like, get off my dick. And then he like unleashes on me. He's like, You're a fucking cringe lord. Everybody hates you. Even Curtis Joseph hates your guts. Austin and Chris always did. Oh, that's new. So apparently Curtis Joseph hates me now. But that actually struck me a raw nerve there because Curtis wasn't answering my message on one of my accounts, and I kind of like added him as a friend on my other accounts, even though I probably should have gotten the autistic message, hey, this dude doesn't want to be my friend right now. He doesn't want to talk to me. I didn't like message Curtis. I didn't like force him. I didn't like take any of his time or nothing. He just didn't answer in there. But then me and my good friend from Sweden, we actually made a video of this. It's so like scatterbrained though. It's so like boring. I don't think I'm probably gonna upload it. But Hierarch Hevosma, or also known as Pontus, he's the new guy in our Discord group there. He's got the esoteric Himmler with the black sun picture on there, and he theorized that all these boys there, Johannem and like Chris and everyone, his gang, are controlled by archons because they behave like very archontically, you know, like you ask the wrong question or whatever like that, they just unleash on you.
I don't know. I guess I'm not fucking surprised.
Yeah.
I got fucking fed up with VK with that whole Adam Precipio fucking drama bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it was all fucking staged just to get people to pay attention to them or something, apparently.
Yeah, dude, I should, yeah, like, why didn't I think of that? I should be on for CPO. And then he has, like, one of his troll, like, girls, like, call me the following night afterwards. It's a Sunday night, and I, like, trying to forget about it and have, like, a barbecue or something out by myself out there because it's a fucking Labor Day weekend. And, like, she's like, do you remember me? I'm Patricia. You may want to get checked for chlamydia. Like, no, I don't fuck bitches like you. And then eventually the mask dropped, and she's like, you pissed off a lot of people. You pissed off VK Johannem, Austin, Chris, a lot of people. Be afraid. And just like, I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Says that Johannem, Darth Vader of Black Magic, can't even harm Sarah Wreck. Whatever. You pissed off a lot of people. Hangs up. It's a fucking restricted number too, so I can't even call this number back or block it. Yeah. No, but it's kind of, he was right though. I am kind of like getting on people's dicks and like obsessing about it. So I've done my night side cross the Inferion glyphs on there, and just finally I noticed these unwanted thoughts about like people and shit like that have been reduced. Heinrich theorized maybe of some kind of like negative spirit attachment or like something trying to get on my dick and convincing me that I'm on someone else's dick. Anyway, that's why it's very important to like meditate and like clean your shit up every day. I've unsubscribed from him. I blocked him on there. I also removed Curtis Joseph on all my Facebooks there because apparently he's not my friend either. So, whatever. Did you check out the Vishuddha Kali link that I shot you last night?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It was pretty good. Actually, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I heard that's actually that's actually the Gayatra mantra or some other mantra with distorted vocals, because all Vishuddha Kali is vocals with like distortions and like things on them. I want that album, the Senodoc album, that has the rituals from water, rituals from air, from stones, and rituals from fire. It's a great album. Also, a couple of like 2 nights in a row now, I've been trying to like do like my bedtime routine. I like listen to the full album, Secret Eye of Layla by Zero Kama. And I realize it's probably not the best for like, 'cause it's not really like meditation music. This is like frantic ritual music there, and that actually brings back like good memories. So like the first like couple of weeks after Pete cratered, like I would like have just nothing but like the light of dark candles on, and like the LED from my computer speakers on. I frantically whip myself with a belt to zero gamma. Just like racing around my room, just like going completely bonkers on myself, pushing my limits. Yeah, it was like a half a whiskey bottle down too. And I remember that. Yeah, there were several nights like that. And there, so now I'm probably just gonna listen to Vishuddha Kali, Ordo Vermis, other like more ambient mantra music. So my friend Robbie's got this really cool ass light bulb that it makes a bunch of red lasers, and when you turn out the lights, it looks like you got nothing but a bunch of red stars on your ceiling. And like you can sleep with this light on too, because like when you get up, like piss or something like that, it's not like turn on the light. It doesn't like reset your retina. It doesn't make like your eyes expand and everything like that. So it's like really good. Like I slept with this fucking light on for like past 3 nights here.
Need to look into that. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah. I'll tell you what it is real quick. It is Bliss Lights, Bliss Bulb patent pending, laser aperture. It's basically the same shit they like use like rays and stuff, but like toned down so it can be threaded into a 60-watt lamp bulb. If you look at Luciferian Revolution's review on the Witchblood Grail, you know, she'll tell you that, you know, in her review that, like, she was, like, pulled out of body and, like, she watched the whole, like, world end, you know, almost like as if the poles shifted or something, and, like, mountains and volcanoes erupting and, like, just everything going to shit, basically. And, like, have an entire, like, soul travel experience just by holding the book. And I'm like, well, I held the book and that didn't happen to me. Does that mean that I'm not one of them or something? Or I'm just not on there yet.
Who the hell knows where you sleep bullshit?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't take too many of those stories.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. We can never rely on others' experience for this path, you know, only our own. But you know, I still remember that like wasn't an apocalyptic dream, but like a war like dream with I was sleeping in front of my vinyl print like while I was still in Fabius there, and like I don't know, like people getting dropped from like helicopters, you know, like Pinochet style shit. People getting like run over by tanks or something, but they look like clay dolls though. They didn't look like people. Like they produced a lot more gore and shit than they should have. It's like clay. Oh yeah, like one black guy was like in the ghetto, and like someone stabbed him, and he was like running away with like an arm chopped off, and like he dodged like one falling object by diving into the road, and then he gets like cut in half by the waist by a fucking ambulance drives over him.
Sounds pretty intense.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much else exciting going on there. I swing fucking gatas or mace bells around on there. I start around St. Patty's Day. No, like April, because did I tell you this? But one of my knees like fucking swelled up. That was around St. Patty's Day, or the week after that. Yeah, I had to go to physical therapy to get my knee, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta start moving more. So, started the exercises like 3 times a week there, but sometimes feels like I'm just rolling a stone up a hill in there. But but then other times I realize, well, I can't, just stop and just let my joints get all fucking puffed up like that either. Are you still on the road?
I just pulled up at this place I gotta go into.
Oh, what is the, you get beer or something?
No, it's just not a store. I just swing by on the way home.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna get going.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good talking. I'll send you the link to the fucking video and that audio file. I'll throw it on Drive too.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, man, take it easy.
Yep. You
Bye.
too.